Alright everyone, this is Zero Budget Geek and welcome back to Magic Duels. I'm continuing my coverage of the Battle for Zendikar set, and in the last couple episodes I covered the white cards as well as the blue cards. In this episode I'm covering the black cards, and if you've missed my other ones, be sure to check in the upper right hand corner to see the links to the other episodes in this Battle for Zendikar coverage. But without further ado, let's go check out the black cards. So we start off over here. Altar's Reap, a 2-cost instant. As an additional cost to cast Altar's Reap, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. I like this. I believe this is a reprint card. I think this was in another set. I don't really remember, but sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards, and it is an instant. That is the key thing there. Do that right when one of you guys is about to die. Bam, 2 cards. Awesome card right there. So great way to start off the black. We have a Dominator Drone, costs 3 mana for a 3/2, which isn't bad. It has the Void, which means it has no color, and in Jest, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles the top card of his or her library. So you do 3 damage to them and you make them lose a card. When Dominator Drone enters the battlefield, if you control another colorless creature, each opponent loses 2 life. Wow, I like this guy. Pretty cool. So he comes into play, they lose 2, and then if he gets to attack on the following turn, that's already 5 damage. So it's not bad. I like that, and the ingest could be really useful. We have a Bloodbond Vampire, 4 cost for a 3/3. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Bloodbond Vampire. So as you get stronger, she gets stronger. Nice. And she is an ally, and there's a lot of ally specific abilities in this set, so you're gonna expect to see a lot of use out of that card right there. We have a Guldraz Overseer. It's 6 mana. It is a rare though. 6 mana for a 3/4. It is a straight up vampire, flying, and it has landfall. Whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, other creatures you control get +1 attack until end of turn. If that land is a swamp, those creatures get +2 attack instead. Nice. So she doesn't pump herself up, but pumps everybody up, which is something you don't really usually see in black, but because it doesn't have ally. So I was gonna say because it has the ally, but interesting card here. I want to see some people use of this. It's not very big for its cost, but this could be a very powerful ability. All right, over here we got the Carrier Throw. I like that art. 2 mana creature. It's a 2/1, so it's kind of flimsy. When he dies, put a 1/1 Eldrazi Scion creature token into battlefield. It has sacrificed this creature, add 1 mana to your mana pool. Those Scions, man, they're really interesting. They can ramp up your mana. So very interesting to see how people use those. We have a Hagra Sharpshooter, 3 mana for a 2/2. It's a human assassin ally, and for 5 mana, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. This isn't a tap ability, so if you actually had the mana, you could do that twice, though that would cost 10 mana. But this could finish off some creatures right after a combat, so and pick off little guys. So this is an interesting card. I like to see how people use that. See that in action. Complete Disregard. Oh, I think this is one I like. 3 mana. It's an instant devoid. Exile target creature with power 3 or less. Just completely get rid of it. Now, this is the card I think everybody's been waiting for, because a lot of people have been playing Soul Reeve, and this is basically the same thing. It costs 1 more, but you get the instant added to it, and it exiles it. So that's I really like this card. I definitely would use this. Let's go look over here. We have a Colostria Healer, 2 mana for 1/2. It is an ally, which is important. Whenever Colostria Healer or another ally enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life, and that could go good with that that vampire over there that gets bigger when you gain life. So that's interesting. We have a Culling Drone, and it's 2 mana for a 2/2. He is devoid, and he has ingest. When you damage him, they lose a card. So pretty basic creature. Man, I can see people just really hating this ingest ability, and I think you're gonna start seeing these guys in those mill decks. That'd be interesting. An ingest mill deck. I'd like to see that, how that would work out. We have a Colostria Night Watch, 5 mana for 4/5. He is an ally, Vampire War ally. Whenever you gain life, Celestial Nightwatch gains flying until end of turn. Yeah, a 4/5 flyer is not bad. You got to gain life to get it, but there's plenty of ways to gain life, so that's interesting. Defiant Bloodlord. 7 mana for 4/5, a 4/5 flying. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. Now this is nice. This could be sort of a game winner, especially if you can get some life gaining cascading effects. Yeah, I like that guy. Well, he's a big rare. He's kind of a end game finisher there. We have a Malakir Familiar, a 3 mana creature. It's a 2/1 flying Death Touch. That's awesome. Whenever you gain life, Malakir Familiar gets +1/+1 until end of turn. So you gain life, he can be a 3/2, and if you gain a bunch of more life, every instance of life he'll get bigger and bigger. So this guy could get pretty big in the right deck, and he only costs 3 mana. So you know, lots to like there. We have Demon's Grasp, the 5-cost sorcery. Target creature gets -5/-5 until end of turn. Pretty much straight up, just most of the time that's gonna kill something. I think it's okay. I think some of the 5-cost instants in the base set that kill stuff are better, but I can see some use out of this. We have a Mindraker here. It's a 4-cost 3/3 that is devoid. When Mindraker enters the battlefield, you may put a card an opponent exiles into that opponent's graveyard. If you do, each opponent discards a card. Ooh, we're starting to see discard effects. So 3/3 for 4 mana, they lose a card. Yeah, some card advantage here. Especially because he's devoid and there's cards that play off of that, so that's actually pretty interesting. If you build a deck around it. We have Myers Malice, 4 mana for a sorcery. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Okay, we're seeing more discards, so I think we can start building discard decks, maybe. It has Awaken of 3, so for 6 mana you can make one of your lands into a 3/3, as well as make your opponent lose 2 cards. So this is good because discard decks tend to have a problem if it gets into late game. So at least in the late game, this lets you get something else out of it. So pretty nice. I want to see if discard decks make a comeback. We have a Smothering Abomination for 4 mana. It's a 4/3 devoid flying. At the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. But whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Ooh, this could be really cool, especially with all those tokens that these Eldrazi make. Oh man, this guy could be dangerous. Yeah, I wouldn't want to see this guy stick around if my opponent plays him. We have our Nirkana Assassin, 3 mana for Vampire Assassin ally. He's a 2/3. Whenever you gain life, he gains Death Touch until end of turn. Yeah, I guess if you build a life gain deck around him, which I think I saw a tournament deck built around that. So an ally life gain deck could be like pretty devastating. And we're probably gonna see a lot of those. We have Vampiric Rites, a 1 mana enchantment for 2. Well, you enchant something. Oh no, this is a global enchantment. You pay 2, sacrifice a creature, you gain 1 life, and draw a card. Well, that plays into that whole life gaining cascading effect thing. So you'll see that there. You're gonna see some vampire decks come around. And we have a new kind of planeswalker. Ob Nixilis Reignited, a 5 mana. He's 5 loyalty. His +1 ability is you draw a card and you lose a life. Okay, I'll do that. -3 ability is destroy target creature. Just kill it. Goodbye. Oh my god. And he can use that right when he first comes in. Oh my goodness. And by the way, he is not a flip like in the base set. You just play this guy. His -8 ability is target opponent gets an emblem with whenever a player draws a card, you lose 2 life. That's cool. You give them the emblem. So you play him, and then 3 turns later you can do this. So I like it. I want to play that guy. He is a mythic rare, so again only 1 in your deck, but cool. Voracious Snow, a 3 mana zombie. It's a 2/2. And you pay 2 mana, sacrifice another creature, put 2 +1/+1 counters on Voracious No. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery, so that makes it less useful. But again, this can go into those sacrifice decks, so yeah, it's not bad. Nice. Just with one sacrifice, you'll make them into a 4/4. So pretty cool, and you can keep doing that. Let's see here. Retreat to Hagra. Oh, 3 mana enchantment, has landfall, and target creature gains +1 attack and death touch until end of turn, or each opponent loses 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Again, going to the life gaining theme. Man, I'm very interested in that. I want to see a deck built around that. We have a Wasteland Strangler, 3 mana for 3/2. It has the void. This card has no color. When Wasteland Strangler enters the battlefield, you may give a player an exile card back to a graveyard. If you do, target creature gets -3/-3 until end of turn. Whoa, I like this guy. -3/-3 is enough to kill a lot of things, and you get that almost for free. You have to put you may put a card into a opponent. If you do, so you have to do the exile effect to get this card. So if they don't have an exile card, you will not get this effect, so hang on for it. But I like this guy. It's really cool. No wonder these are rare. We have a Rising Miasma, a 4-cost sorcery. All creatures get -2/-2 on the. Oh, I love this already. Been waiting for these global effects like this in black. And it has Awaken for 5, 6, 7 mana. You get the -2/-2, and then you get a 3/3 land creature. I like that. Oh, I like that. That can clear the board of the little guys. Even though your guy won't be very big, but just at the base ability, clearing out a bunch of weenies is really good. Wow, I really like that one. Over here we got the Skitterskin. It's a 4 mana 4/3 creature. It's devoid. It can't block. For 2 mana, you can regenerate it. Activate this ability only if you control another colorless creature. So you have to have two colorless creatures, and then he can regenerate. So he's a straight up attacker, and you can, as long as you have the mana, you can attack pretty much recklessly with him. So very cool. And that's, oh no, we have one more card, the Sludge Crawler, a 1-cost 1/1 devoid with ingest. Oh my god, that could be I think blue has 1-cost ingest guy also, so I can see these going to blue-black deck. And you pay 2 and he gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For every 2 that you spend, this guy's awesome, and he's just a common. Watch out for this guy. I think these guys, you're going to see a lot of them. That looks very cool. Alright, so that'll be it for the black. The gold cards I'll color in another episode, as well as the lands. So thanks for watching. Remember, if you missed any episodes in my Battle for Zendikar coverage, go check in the upper right hand corner for the links to those episodes. So guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.